Hey everyone, it's Eric here at Peachtree Classic Cars, and we're helping our friend sell her 1965 Ford Thunderbird. I'm excited about this car. It is so cool to me. We keep saying this car's so gangster. That's what everybody keeps saying. It's a 390 Z code, bucket seats, center console car. And this belonged to her dad, who passed away a couple of years ago. And she kept saying, I may pull it out and get it back on the road, but she said, it's time to let the car go to the next owner. So I'm going to kind of call this like a mechanic special, or almost like a nice barn find. Years ago, he had it painted and had started on some restoration projects, and then he got sick and passed away. And so we have pulled it out of the garage. The oil looks good. The power steering works right. It's got a belt squeal that is either the alternator or the water pump, and you can hear, and it could just need a new belt even, but I can't tell if it's the alternator or water pump. We're going to take it for a quick drive. You'll hear that squeal there. And the brakes feel a little bit soft. Like I said, this is for us kind of a drive right out of the barn almost. And we pulled it out, cleaned it up, checked the fluids, but kind of doing a mechanic special sale on this one. It's got a little bit of an exhaust leak. Now the exhaust manifold gaskets are all good. I think the exhaust leak is underneath. Shifts through the gears. It is squealing like a stuck pig. And actually, now that I'm rolling along and the RPMs are up, the brakes are actually, they pump up at least at first, and then they get a little soft there at the end. And like I said, I didn't want to take it for too far of a drive. In fact, we've got a little school bus action here. So I'll pull over right here. So yeah, you can hear that little squeal. Older white wall tires. They have like new tread on them, but they are older. There's that squeal. Open up the hood with one hand. Well, okay, I said I would. There we go. Super clean. I think it may be the alternator, which is thankfully only $75 and a couple of bolts. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it off. Actually looks great under the hood. She said this was her dad's pride and joy, and he worked real hard on keeping it on the road and driving and enjoying it until he got sick. And of course, like I said, then it sat for, I think she said for a couple of years really. And of course she said you could go out and turn the key on it and crank it up just about any time, move it around a little bit in and out of the garage and all. It had been painted a few years back, but like I said, it's kind of sat up. So I call this a 10-footer. You know, we usually use that terminology. We say 20-footer from 20 feet away. The car looks good. This car looks good right when you walk all the way up on it. Beautiful. They did a nice job painting it, but because it's sat, it's got a couple of little spots. I want to finish showing you here under the hood real quick. A rust-free inner fender wells. The air conditioning is missing from the vehicle, and we do not have the compressor. Power steering, power brakes. Maybe a couple of just a little bit of crusties underneath. Actually, no, that's for the bracket. I was going to say maybe a couple of little crusties underneath underneath the battery box, but it actually looks pretty solid there. So hood opens and closes easily. On the back side of the firewall, you'll see where the original paint's faded through and some surface rust. This side's got a couple of little spots, but really just surface rust. Hood is in excellent condition. There's no rust on it at all. Solid and straight. So there's some imperfections on the paint when we get up close, and they would buff out, but there are some little checks here, a couple of bubbles here. I know that those will not buff out. If you wanted it to look perfect, you'd want to have the paint shop do touch-ups. This is a car that, you know, if I wanted it to look perfect, I'd probably drop it off at a body shop and say, go around and do all the touch-ups and then buff it. I mean, but man, the body lines are super sharp on it. Going down the sides, I see no imperfections at all. The chrome appears to be in, I would say, very good original shape. There's pitting, you know, all around for any original parts, but I mean, this is an incredible original condition. Same as the hood, a couple of spots here where there are some bubbles. This may be the worst of it. And I used to say numbers like how much I thought it would cost to do the touch-up paint. I don't do that anymore because prices have changed so much since COVID. But just going down, the body lines of this car are very, very straight. Love the hood scoop. Love the 390. This front bumper as well. I mean, it's either in incredible original shape, or maybe the upper piece was replaced or re-chromed. The lower piece has got a little bit of, I mean, but hitting it with a polish would make it look great. Maybe just a touch of like surface rust there, and I think just a little bit of polish would even polish that out. I love the dual headlights. The cloth top was replaced at the same time as the paint was done, and it's in awesome condition. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being brand new looking, I'd give it a 7.5 or an 8 because it has sat a little bit. It's a touch dingy, and you wouldn't even probably notice picking that up on the camera, but just by eye. And again, maybe another round of good scrubbing would make that look perfect. We've got brand new door panels that come with it, along with some weather felts. It's got a spare tire cover that's brand new in the box, a brand new gas pedal, and so I'll take pictures of that. It's got the slide away, which is really cool. When you put it into park, let's see if I can. I was trying to see if I could do it with the camera. There it goes. Tough to do, but anyways, so the easy entry where the steering wheel slides to the side. If you haven't seen that, that's a really cool. So you can slide in there with ease, pull it back into the driver's position, and it's ready to go. Original seats, the stitching here has come undone. If I was trying to keep this original personally, and I'm a budget guy too, I like doing restorations without killing the budget. Buying something like this and taking the winter to just do the tune-up and a few little things, I would have my wife stitch that back up. We've done that so many times. Try and maintain the original upholstery. The back seat looks amazing. Headliner's in great shape. The lights work. Under here, the lights work as well. Headlights. All the gauges work. There's our lights. See if we turn it into the on position. I believe we can hit this. I don't have Peaches with me helping me out on here. Okay, we've got one tail light in the back, and that may be because the blinkers are not working. Yeah, it sounds like the blinkers are not working. I'm not hearing them click. And we've got a tail light on this side, not on this side. I hit the brakes earlier when I was pulling out. Peaches said that the brake lights were on. Turn the key off and we'll notice the gauges. Well, now they're going, it takes a second, but you'll see them going down. The odometer says 75,428. Wipers. I am turning the wipers. They are not turning on. Map lights do work. The radio does not work. The heater is turning on. I believe all the heater hoses are hooked up. I love these cars. I mean, they're so cool. Everything in here is like back in the day, I mean, really, I was going to say it feels like a spaceship, looks like a spaceship. Back in the day, cars were being designed after airplanes. And so many of the body lines that we see and admire on our antique automobiles were designed after airplanes. So a couple little chips on the paint there, but the hinge pockets are in great shape. Rockers in great shape. Bottoms of the doors. And this is not I can't say it's a 100% rust-free car, but I can tell you that it is incredibly solid. Body tag. The driver's door has always opened and closed easily for me. The windows have been rolling up and down easily for us. I need to grab the key and show you guys the trunk. But the passenger side door I adjusted the striker today, and when I've gone to just casually close it, it doesn't want to close or at halfway. So I've just been kind of closing it firmly. Oh, and see, it even popped open then. Well, and then it wants to do it again. So it's taken a couple of firm close to get that to stay closed. And I wanted to show that. Sometimes too, that's the weather stripping, although it does appear to be a little bit older. I did adjust the striker today and got it to what I would say do better. But that obviously maybe need to be adjusted just a little bit more. Rockers on this side as well. Awesome. The dash looks great. It does have that one crack, and they make a dash cap for it. The carpet looks new. Center console looks original in great shape. Old Thunderbird original style rubber floor mats. And I'm actually really impressed with how good the carpet looks. Let's see if we can get it to luck out this time. Yeah. Glass is all in great shape. Rear view mirror is missing. The little button is there. We may have it with the extra parts, but I can't say for sure. All the glass looks good. The weather stripping around the vent windows looks original. Weather stripping around the windshield looks newer, as well as the exterior felts look newer here. Running a little bit long on my video. I definitely wanted to try to keep it under 15 minutes, but they get up underneath real quick. I haven't noticed any leaks. I haven't noticed any, like I said, major rust. We've got some Georgia red clay. Inner fender wells. Appear to be rust-free from what I can tell from here. Going down the rockers. I mean, they look incredible. I hope you can see what I'm seeing. I hope my camera lens is clean enough. So this is the original undercoating under here peeling off. That is just surface rust, and that is not rust crusting down. That's the original undercoating. It does have an exhaust leak somewhere along the way. I don't know where, or if it just needs new mufflers. These floor plans look incredible. Also, we put one fender skirt on and left one off for the photos. We just wanted to show we do have them. They look great. All the hubcaps are matching. Inner fenders in the back are in excellent condition. Original gas tank. I don't see any rust under here. Trying to get the camera to adjust there. It's a little bit tough with the sliding. Surface rust again. Original undercoating peeling off. I'm not even gonna, push that too much. But that is not rust. Getting way up underneath the car. I mean, it is just, again, we've got what I call superficial surface rust. But it is very, very solid car. Fender in the back. Rocker on this side as well. It looks like the original floor pans. I don't see any rust. I see some dirt. This is why I don't take my Jeep off-roading anymore. That Georgia red clay is impossible. So I hope you're seeing this right with the camera, that maybe making it look like it's kind of rusty, but I'm assuring you that these are nice, solid, original floor pans with just a little bit of surface rust. I think I showed the bottom of the door on the driver's side. I'm laying down here. Bottom of the door on the passenger side is great. No rust at all. And I've hit that 15-minute mark, guys, so I want to get going. I will check the date tag on these Coker Classic white wall tires. But yeah, this is a great car. I'm not afraid to drive it down here. I'll call it yard drive it. I'm not afraid to drive it down the road a little bit for a test drive and back. But to get it out on the road and get it really going, I would figure out what the squeal is, check the brakes. It could just be that the master cylinder needs a better vacuum line. And I think that's about it, though. It's really, other than that, going to be ready to drive. So anyways, give us a call, peachstreetclassiccars.com. And we look forward to hearing from you.